Today, we're diving into the three pillars of brain injury recovery: rest, regulation, and resilience. We're going to see how these are actually active, really powerful processes that can reshape our energy, our mood, and even how we connect with the world after an injury. We're so often told to fight our way back to health, to just power through every single challenge. But what if that approach is missing a huge piece of the puzzle? Could there be a more effective and maybe even a gentler way to heal? This single idea reframes the entire process. Instead of seeing it as a battle against your own body, recovery becomes a collaboration. It's this dynamic partnership between your effort and your body's need for restoration. And that's what helps the brain to truly heal and adapt. All right, so where does this partnership even begin? Well, it often starts with the body's own command center, the autonomic nervous system. We're going to explore why calming your body is often the very first and maybe the most crucial step to calming your mind. Just think of the ANS as your body's operating system. It's always running in the background, handling all the automatic stuff. But after a brain injury, this whole system can get thrown out of whack, sending signals that are totally out of sync with what's actually going on around you. So this system has two main parts. And honestly, the easiest way to think about it is like a car's pedals. You've got the sympathetic system, that's your gas pedal, revving you up for action. Then you have the parasympathetic system, that's your brake pedal, which helps you slow down, calm down, and recover. After an injury, it's super common for that gas pedal to get stuck down, leaving you feeling constantly on edge and just exhausted. And this is where we can start to take back some control. The goal isn't to get rid of stress entirely. That's impossible. It's about getting better at consciously hitting the brakes, shifting from that high alert gas pedal state back to one of calm. Building this skill is absolutely foundational for healing. So here's a really powerful and simple tool to do just that. It's called box breathing. Let's just try it real quick. Breathe in for a count of 4. Now hold for 4. Breathe out for 4, and hold again for 4. See? That simple rhythm sends a direct signal to your brain that it's safe to relax. And hey, box breathing is just one tool in a whole toolkit. Just look at these other methods. Some are as simple as making your exhale a little longer than your inhale, doing some gentle stretching, or even just noticing if your jaw is clenched and consciously relaxing it. Each one is a small way to gently tap that brake pedal. Okay, so once we start getting a handle on calming the body, we can turn our attention to the mind. Let's get into the incredible power our thoughts have and how they can literally, physically rewire our brain. I mean, just let that sink in for a second. Our brain learns by repetition. Every single time you repeat a thought or a habit, you are physically strengthening a specific pathway in your brain. This means we have the power to actively take part in rewiring our own brains. It's amazing. How we think about stress dramatically changes how it affects us. If we see it as only a bad thing, it can be totally debilitating. But what if we reframe it? Like, imagine you're feeling nervous before a task. Instead of thinking, oh no, I can't handle this, what if you thought, okay, this is just my body getting energized for a challenge that matters to me? That one little mental shift can change your entire physical response. Our thoughts aren't just these abstract ideas floating around. They trigger real physical neurochemical releases. You know the feeling? A sudden negative thought pops into your head and bam, your heart starts racing and your shoulders tense up. On the flip side, a positive or even just a neutral thought can support a state of calm. So how do we actually put this into practice? Well, these tools from Positive Psychology are a fantastic place to start. Things like keeping a gratitude journal, or just taking 30 seconds to really savor a pleasant moment, like the taste of your morning coffee. These aren't just fluffy exercises. They are active ways to train your brain to notice the good, which can change its chemistry over time. Okay, we've talked about calming from the body up and rewiring from the mind down. Now, let's bring it all together and see how we can weave these strategies into the actual fabric of our daily lives to build a lifestyle that's sustainable, balanced, and truly resilient. Now this is a big one, and it's so important. Social connection is not just a nice to have. It is a primary goal in rehabilitation. Why? Because studies show that feeling lonely has a direct negative impact on brain functions like your memory and even your perceptual speed. Connection is literally healing. This chart gives us a kind of recipe for brain health. And think about an activity like an outdoor walk with friends. You're hitting so many of these at once. You're getting fitness, you're getting sunlight, and you're getting social interaction. Each one of those things boosts factors that support brain health and recovery. Let's talk about rest. Because so many of us, especially when we're in recovery, feel this incredible guilt about it. We feel like we should always be doing something to get better, pushing ourselves. But we need to challenge that assumption. And here is the key takeaway. Rest isn't passive avoidance. It is an active and absolutely essential part of healing. Think about your brain cells, your neurons. They need that downtime after they've been working hard to replenish their energy so they can be ready to work for you again. And here's a super practical way to manage your energy. It's called the task sandwich. Instead of trying to power through a massive to-do list until you crash, you intentionally alternate a demanding task, like paying bills, with a low-effort restorative break, like listening to some music. A little work, a little rest. It's a simple rhythm that helps you get things done without becoming totally wiped out. Look, integrating all of these strategies, the body regulation, the mindset shifts, the lifestyle changes, it's a journey. And the most important thing to remember is that it's a journey you do not have to take alone. And that's where professionals, like occupational therapists, can be an absolute game changer. They can work with you one-on-one, teach you these practical techniques, and really help you build a personalized plan that actually fits into your life and your specific challenges. Because that's the ultimate goal here, isn't it? By focusing on these foundations, rest, regulation, and resilience, you're empowering yourself to not only enhance your brain's function, but more importantly, to improve your overall quality of life. So this brings us to one last question, just for you. It doesn't have to be some huge, monumental change. Maybe it's just taking 3 deep breaths right now. Maybe it's sending a quick text to a friend. Or maybe it's simply giving yourself permission to rest without guilt. What is one small step you can take today to begin this partnership with your brain?